Welcome to your daily focus for August the 9th, 2022. Yes, Venus opposes Pluto this morning, and I talked a lot about that in yesterday's video. So if you didn't watch that one, go back and listen because there was a lot of in-depth information there about the Venus opposing Pluto, but I will recap, of course, today. Also, I don't think Mars and Jupiter are getting along quite so well in the sky, so we're going to need to watch that and use the energy very wisely in order for it to move us forward in the way we want. So, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me introduce myself. I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. You guys absolutely rock. So we have the 9 energy today. The 9 energy is a beautiful energy because the 9 energy is, I kid you not, it's about clearing out the path. It's making space for new things to come into our lives. So 9 is kind of like a completion and a closure in some ways, but it has a purpose behind it. We're doing it because we want to make room, space for time, energy, resources. We're making space so that we can step into a relationship, take that promotion, start that new business, start that diet, start that exercise program, whatever it may be for you. Get a new puppy. I'm not going to call out any names here. Get a new puppy. I'd love to get a new puppy too, but oh my gosh, these 2 boys are enough. Anyways, now if we look at the numerology of the day, it is a 23 energy. The 23 energy says believe in yourself, go with the flow, go with your intuition. And there are very strong forces surrounding you, guiding you into those safe ports. So harm really can't come to you today so long as you go with the flow and you listen to your intuition. Absolutely. Now 2 plus 3 is a 5. 5 is a very busy energy, so we could find ourselves quite busy today. But the 5 is about creating laughter and joy in our lives. The 5 is about our creativity. The 5 is about standing in our independence and within a group at the same time, almost simultaneously. We grow our independence, but we also grow our love for humankind, for mankind, for the collective. We have the sun in Leo and the moon is in Capricorn. So we have that fire sun of Leo, creativity, strength, courage. Be the lion. Be the Leo energy. Moon is in Capricorn, so we're putting our ducks in a row. We're making those lists. We are getting organized. We are planning. We are investigating. We are researching. We are learning. We are meeting our responsibilities, our obligations. We're grounded. We make the plan for the top of the mountain, so to speak. If we're going to talk about the lion, then we have to talk about the goat, don't we? That goat climbing up the mountaintop. You ever see goats do that? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It looks like they have nowhere to step, and yet they get up there. And sometimes that's how it looks when somebody succeeds in life. And all of a sudden everyone's like, wow, you just lucked out, huh? Or I spent years of hard work, but whatever you want to call it, yeah. I lucked out. But from the outside inward, right? So we're looking at... So anyways, it's about, making the goals and the steps that we need to take. Making almost... it's a plan forward. It's a strategy forward. That's the word I was looking for, a strategy. So it's developing that strategy. Venus opposite Pluto. I have been telling you guys it just kept coming up and coming up and coming up in the energy. And it was about holding on to things that no longer belong in our lives. not being able to let go, and therefore not really allowing ourselves to move forward in the way we want. Something is holding us back, each and every one of us, and for every one of us it's something different. And some of us, look at it, understand it, look at your world. What things do you use as crutches? What things do you use as excuses? What things are your if only? Oh, I would have had that done if only. And at one point or another, those labels were totally valid for you. You were that person. Maybe you were a caregiver, and so you couldn't because your time, your energy, your resources went in that direction. But as we evolve, we have to look and say, well, I'm not really the caregiver anymore. So it's understanding. Sorry, I get pictures and then I'm trying to decipher, and they're making it awfully hard on me tonight. So what do you need to let go of? What are you using as a crutch? What are you using as an excuse? Look at those things today. Take back your power from those things. I used to be like that, but going forward, this is the way I am. I used to be that person, but going forward, I'm now this. And watch how it transforms your way of thinking and your actions, your words, your path forward. So underneath Venus and the Pluto, suspicion, possessiveness. In some way we can feel threatened. Threatening that we're going to lose something that we dearly love. Threatened that we'll be exposed in some way. Suspicious of other people. So if you're kind of getting that way about somebody, just back it up, because it's just the planets up there that's making you overly cautious. Now, I would still put energy in that way because it did stand out to you and it did, strike a nerve. So you want to investigate that. But today is not the day to investigate that. Maybe in a couple of days' time, look back on it. Mars and Jupiter aren't getting along. And you know what? This is where we overestimate our abilities, our talents, our strengths, or we underestimated the situation that we were saying yes to. So I would have to say today is definitely a day where we want to back it up. Make no decisive actions forward. Yesterday we had that spontaneity jump in, but it's gone already. It's fleeting, isn't it? So, and the Capricorn moon will help us to back it up and think it through. What should our next step be? Is this something I can handle? Does this meet my talents, my abilities? Or does my talents and abilities meet this challenge, this task, this step in my path? And I think Mars and Jupiter not getting along, we're going to overlook some things that are, it's like, how did I miss that? Okay, so just be careful. We're just not on the ball like we should be. So if you can contemplate, if you can back it up a little bit, if you can think it through, I would advise you to today. Absolutely. Sometimes we can't. Now, the cards are talking to us. Look at this, the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about success. Here we are, and we are in full armor. And we're going down the street. And there's actually a parade, and it's for us because we're that great. We're that wonderful. And they're cheering our name, and they're chanting, and they're shouting, and they're clapping, and they're singing. We didn't get out of our armor. We're ready for the next challenge. This is not a time to stop. This is not a time to rest on our laurels. This is a time to keep pushing forward, one step at a time. But we do have a lot of support. Even if we feel like we don't have a lot of support, we do. Each and every one of us has support. Even if you think that you are all alone, your angels, your guides, God surrounds you. Absolutely. The divine, the cosmos, the universe, it all surrounds you. You're never alone. You're never truly alone. Trust me on that one. So there's, and this is positive, and this is strong, and people are very proud of who you've become, or they trust you, and they see your integrity, and they see your courage, and they see your strength. But don't rest on your laurels. This is a time to push ourselves forward. Now, look at this, King of Swords. Oh, man. We kind of get blinders on with the King of Swords. I love the King of Swords because it can be a very dynamic energy where we get the blinders on and we go forward. And we don't see all these different things that are coming to us because we're going so straight, and it collides maybe behind us, but it doesn't happen where we can see it. Does that make sense? Because a lot of times you want to start something and then it's like, oh, but what about this? And you're like, oh, forgot about that. Okay, I should look at that. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you're way down in the left field somewhere going, how did I get there? I got to get back to there now. Oh. And so with this kind of energy, we can see, we can hyper-focus, we can actually see the path forward. And under a Capricorn moon, you know, that is very enticing for us. Absolutely. We get very determined here. And the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is knowing yourself, having a confidence in yourself. I mean, that's the Leo sun. Having a confidence. Look at the sun is carved right into your chair there, for goodness sakes. We have that soft blue on, so it could be about just the calmness, the beauty of the moment. It could have something to do with the throat chakra as well, that being blue. So it could be our voice. We are feeling confident in what we are saying, what we are professing, where we are going, who we are becoming, the abundance we are creating, the abundance that we already have. It's almost like this abundance can't be taken away from you, and you know it. Now, the thing I love, well, I love a lot of things about this card, but I do like that overcast sky. Because it shows us that the storm has passed. That we can breathe strong and true. That we've made it through chaos, through a sorrow, through a challenge, through a lesson. And this is about our abundance and the abundance that we can have in our life. And knowing that we can have it. Believing that we can have it. And the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, wow, this is pretty strong energy because you feel like we've got the Six of Wands as our shadow card, and then we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. That may not sound that powerful to you, because there's no real major arcana or anything like that in there. But, I mean, this one's about your voice. This is, you know, the Leo in you again. Your voice, the strength of who you are. Standing in your independence while in a crowd. Because in here you are on the top of the hill and everybody's surrounded around you, listening to what you have to say. And you say, I'm going forward. You say, please come with me. And we see this winding path, and it leads to this big, huge meadow, and then these mountains. It's going to be a breathtaking journey, isn't it? It's a little foggy. We don't know what's beyond the mountains yet, but that's okay. And this is where we stand up and we say, this is where I'm going. And you're starting to take action in that direction. You're starting to make a footprint in that new path. You're testing the waters and you're telling people, listen, this is what I'm doing. I hope you will embrace it. I hope you will support me. But if you don't, Well, it's been wonderful knowing you, but I have to go forward in this direction now. So it's a lot about our strength. It's a lot about our voice. It's a lot about our courage right now. I mean, we don't start with the King of Swords unless we're determined. And then we get the confidence, we get the knowledge that we can have true abundance. And then we stand up and we say, okay, you know what? I'm deserving of this. I'm knowledgeable about it. And I want to go forward in this direction. So there's a real strength here. Now, I would remind you to back it up a bit, to think it through. I mean, the Capricorn moon allows for us to plan. We have 2 royalty here, so diplomats, planning. Now, they're not emperors or empresses, but they're not, they're queen and king. So it's making the plan. It's understanding where we want to go. It's using our voice, our stance, and, not resting on our laurels, to just keep moving forward and not looking backwards. Not, don't look and see if you're making a wake or not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry if anybody's following behind you right now. They probably are, but don't worry about it. Just keep going. Step by step. Do what you have to do or you are able to do. Nobody can do everything, but you are capable of something, and because you're capable of that something, you need to do that. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, look at this. New beginnings. Begin your new life. There's your mantra right there. New beginning. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is you being reborn. This is you giving birth to a new path, a new way of thinking, doing, being, becoming, a new relationship, a new job, a new way of life, growing your spirituality, growing your health and well-being, growing your love, growing your compassion, growing your service to others. But this is new experiences, new desires, new steps in the right direction, and giving birth to it. And all the old is let go in order for this moment to happen. So know that it's hard work to let go, to remove the things that no longer have value in our life. Absolutely. But this is the reward for it, is new beginnings. Beginning a new life. A new start. So new beginnings burst with assertive confidence. So there's that confidence back for us again. Excitement. Marking the start of a new direction full of adventure. You are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You are being guided to act now and use this creative energy and enthusiasm to get the project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. Once again, that 23 energy, you're being driven. You're being driven. And once again, in the new beginnings, is we are being driven towards that new path, full of adventure, full of opportunity, full of love, full of excitement, full of adventure, full of abundance. The mantra is, I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I am excited. I am ready for my new beginning. Today I step into my new beginning. New words and action flow through me. Okay, we will get an animal card here. The lion. Higher calling. Is it gonna... Can't read it this time. Sorry, guys. You have within you all the courage you need. Oh, there's our courage again. And I mean, Leo, the lion. I believe I said, be the lion. You know, be the Leo and go out there and be that dynamic trailblazer. That fire energy. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past. Kid you not. It does say that. And reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. And the king and queen both came out today, so yes, we have a tribe, a clan, a family, a community, a kingdom, an empire. So the lion is here to say you already have the courage you need to go forward. So when you need it, don't worry, it's going to appear. You're going to be able to walk through any kind of lessons that you need to learn, any kind of challenges you come upon. Your strength, your courage will get you through that. It's once again about taking a risk on you, believing in your dreams, believing that you are deserving of it. To manifest the life that you want, your best life going forward. Now on Patreon right now, I am doing a 21-day manifestation challenge, and really I'm giving you the secret recipe in my own words and what has worked for me. And so today will be day 2. So it's not too late to get in. And I don't think in the 21 days, I know there's going to be a couple of really hard kind of, each video will give you a task to do, some kind of homework to do. So get a journal, actually get 2. I messed up when I started and I told you 1, but you do need 2 journals. Although we could work with 1. Don't worry about that. Back it up. To join my Patreon, and you can do it just for the series if you wanted to. It's like $1 or something, okay? It's $1 for the entire month for the whole series. So it's like, you know, one of those 21-day challenges, but it's only going to cost you $1, okay? And you get other content with it. And there's lots of stuff you could probably go back on. And anyways, but I am doing it because it's the Leo energy. It's the fire energy behind the Leo. It's the where was it? It's the 6 of Wands, and not resting on our laurels, but going after our dreams, our hopes, the next challenge, the next path, and getting excited about where we're going, and knowing the Queen of Pentacles telling us that we are deserving of the abundance. We are deserving of the happiness, of the joy, of the contentment, of the peace of mind. The lion is here to say, be like the lion. So if you want to join me on Patreon, I believe the information is somewhere nearby. If you're watching me on YouTube, hope I see you there. And let's all manifest something great together, shall we? Anyways, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.